Welcome back to Leveraging Leadership, where we unpack the art of business leadership. I'm your host, Emily Sander, Chief of Staff turned Executive Leadership Coach. This show is all about finding your points of greatest influence and leveraging them to better serve those around you. I was just talking to someone and they were very upset and very frustrated that they were not as far along on this one initiative, this one ongoing project they had set out on their annual plan. They did, yearly planning, and I was supposed to be this far, Emily, and I fell behind a little bit, and then I fell behind a lot, and now it's totally off the rails. And this huge event just took place at the company. So an unexpected change had happened in the industry. So some legislation, some policy had come down, and it had substantially game changed the industry. And so she had to switch all of her focus to making sure this was not going to sink her company. And her team members were freaking out, and all these things were happening with different players across the industry. And she was really upset. I'm getting further and further behind on this thing. And I jumped in and I said, you're not getting further behind on this initiative. You've made a strategic decision to adjust your focus and attend to this matter. And that I could see it kind of reframe. Oh, okay. Okay, when you say it like that, when you put it like that. And I'm like, yeah, because look, if we flip it, we can say, all right, what if you gave the time and attention that was planned for this initiative, which was increasing time and attention. So she was going to be spending more and more time on this initiative. What if you were doing that and you didn't attend to this major crater that just came into orbit in your industry? And she was like, no, absolutely not. That would be weird. That would not show well on you as a leader. So there's a couple things going on here. First of all, make plans. Plans are great. Plans are direction. We've thought through this. We're thoughtful. All those things are great. Plans change. You make a plan and you know the plan's going to change. The second thing is know when to deviate from the plan and when to make that strategic adjustment and not. If you're at every little wiggle and shadow and shimmer, I'm going to switch all the things to the plan, then you've got a different problem. That's the opposite problem. But this was a legit, anybody even outside the industry would understand. An average person and a reasonable person off the street, if you explained the situation, would be that one, you should attend to that one right now. So it was one of those things. But just saying you're not falling further and further behind. You're making a strategic leadership decision to adjust and adapt over here. And that I could tell it made her feel better. And she was able to go to her team with a more clear, more calm message. And she also had a board meeting the next week that just happened to fall in that timeline. And we talked through, look, you don't have to, don't feel you need to address this initiative. They're probably going to wonder what you're doing about this major event that just happened. And you don't even have to have slides prepared. This thing just came down the pike. Just speak to how you're addressing this with the team and what's happening on the fly right now. And then if you get to it, share some of your thoughts and ideas about how this might affect the long-term strategy and roadmap and what might need to be adjusted and tweaked going forward. So I just wanted to share that because a lot of us run into we have a plan, we're trying to make progress on things, and then something unexpected happens. We try to do it all. And in a lot of cases, it's no, my job right now as a leader is to actually say, we need to shift our focus, and I'm going to shift and adapt my attention over here. And that can be not only a perfectly valid answer, but it's a good decision by a leader. It's a mark of a good leader. But I just wanted to share that in case it's coming up for you or someone on your team. So hopefully that helps, and I will catch you next week on Leveraging Leadership.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, share, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.